Good morning. Welcome to Energy Workz. I'm having a little holiday in New Zealand. We're going to a wedding at Wanaka tomorrow, so thought I'd still do podcasts. I was thinking about our brain and how amazing it is, and I wanted to clear some energy around our brain, especially as we get older. We can tend to feel like we are of our circumstances or our genes, but according to Bruce Lipton, our brain is, well, all our cells are able to repair, and what's around the cells, the environment, is actually more important than what we inherit. So it's like we can make changes to our bodies and to our brains to be the best that we can be. So I wanted to clear some energy around our brain and to feel like our brain is the most wonderful instrument that we have. Our ability, you can see as a child, a newborn baby within 6 weeks knows how to smile and get a reaction from the people that hold them and look after them, their parents usually. So it's like this ability to learn begins very early. So I wanted to help us to feel that it is possible to have a good brain. All right, so we're going to go into the crown chakra. Right. All right, I am a success even when things around me get tough. And we all have tough experiences. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn and grow. Now, it may not be good internet here. I'm using the internet that's locally, so hopefully you'll still be able to hear what I'm saying and that it will be some use to you. So I guess as we go through our tough experiences, they really do sand the rough edges off us. And so it's like we become a better person through these experiences, although often we wonder, will we actually survive these experiences because they are so tough? Right, so stuck in our mind. I easily listen to my inner voice. I easily see the lessons to be learnt from the challenges. Right, now we're going to go into the brow chakra. I easily connect to my spirit. I'm responsible for the love and happiness in my life. My brain organizes and repairs itself each night while I sleep. And that's, brings us to it. Sleep is so important, that your brain cells actually shrink down while you sleep, and your cerebrospinal fluid does this big flush to flush out the toxins. And also there's like this mail sorting that happens at night. So it's like all the experiences have to get put into the right mailbox. And so we need to have sufficient sleep and good sleep away from electromagnetic radiation, and not having too much synthetic things around. Being able to be rested and to keep your bedroom as like this sacred space. All right, so back to the crown chakra. All right, although I am an individual, I am connected to the oneness of all things. And we all are family. isn't it? After all, we are all brothers and sisters, and we're part of this earthly family, and we're here to grow and have the experiences that we need to grow us into the strongest and best spirit that we can be. I honor and love myself deeply. Right, now we're going into the 8th chakra. All right, awareness of yourself as an integral part of the earth, not just a part of your small corner of the world. And so you can make such a difference, just even it is from your small corner of the world. As you do the things that are best for you and best for the world, you do make a difference. All right, chakra 12. Right, so when this chakra begins to open, it's like, I guess, it's the start of enlightenment, the doorway to ascension. So the veil of our mind fades away, and our connection to universal consciousness is opened. It opens up direct communication with the divine and is the entryway to enlightenment. It allows access to advanced spiritual abilities. And we all have these abilities. We're just not used to using them or trusting them or being aware of them. All right, the giving up of all things perishable, possessions, authority. And the oil motivate comes up. All right, this blend is especially useful in times of weariness and discouragement, when one has lost the energy and motivation to complete important life tasks, such as caring for a sick loved one or assisting others in need. It is easy to become lethargic or discouraged when one is in a long-term care situation or another emotionally or physically taxing circumstance. And sometimes just living in this post-COVID world can be that for some people. Things are not the same. The understanding that we had before of our communities, our governments, how the world operates has changed. And it's like, for some people, that's very stressful. All right, motivate can act as a support in rediscovering and maintaining one's desire to serve. Because sometimes we feel like we want to give up, that, we can't possibly make a difference. But I always think of the Second World War and the underground. Even if you help one person at a time, you smile at one person, you wave to one person, you send someone a text, you're still making a difference. And all those small actions add up to a lot, and the ripples spread far and wide. It encourages individuals to work through their feelings of gloom, weariness, or hopelessness, rather than slipping into despondency or despair. Instead of remaining paralyzed by these feelings, this blend launches individuals into positive action. So just think about one positive action that you can take today, whether it's about taking care of yourself or whether you're thinking about someone else and you're sending them some love. Take one positive action. Instead of remaining paralyzed by these feelings, this blend launches individuals into positive action. It confidently reassures that they do have the courage needed to face another day. And we might also use here basil oil. So basil's the oil of renewal. So when you've got a bit worn down, you could use basil. Basil oil is also helpful recovery from negative habits. It gives hope and optimism to the wounded soul. Basil may assist an individual in giving up false stimulants. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Susanna. By increasing natural energy, it helps individuals to achieve greater balance and health. In short, basil is indicated for those who are weary in mind and body and for those in need of strength and renewal. So we're talking about basil oil here, and we're also talking about motivate oil to help you feel that you can overcome the negativity in this world, that, you just shining your little bright light makes a difference. And we want you to make that difference. You count. I remember I once rang up a television station to complain about something that was inappropriate. And they said to me that your one phone call represents 400 people. So when you think about, if you write a letter or if you talk to someone or you, show love somewhere, you're representing all of us. And, all of us, when we stand together, make a difference. All right, if we say collectively how our brains are running, it's like about 50%. So I think we can lift that a bit. My capacity to learn improves day by day. I'm able to make successful outcomes from every trial in life. My mind adapts to the situations around me while remaining clear and focused. My mind and my heart sing in unison. Isn't that beautiful? I allow full comprehension of the big picture. I easily forgive and forget past offences while keeping healthy boundaries. My mind is in tune with my heart and they work together peacefully. Right, we're going back to the sixth chakra, the brow chakra. I am confident in my intelligence, and you are all intelligent, and your intelligence may manifest differently to others. But each of you have your own gifts and talents, which we need you to show and to shine. So I just want to talk a little bit about boundaries too. Our boundaries are there to protect us from outside invaders. These can be physical, spiritual, or emotional. These help us to keep strong around people who would overpower us, also keeping out viruses, parasites, bacteria, and fungal infections. They also protect us from spiritual invaders. So just like we have to feed our body really good, healthy, fresh food, the best that we can afford, we have to feed our mind. And we have to feed our mind with uplifting music, with scriptures, with using prayer as a way to ask the questions that we need answered, and then having that quiet time and reading so that the answers will come through what we read. I make great decisions surrounding my boundaries. I love my healthy boundaries and use my intuition with protecting them. I'm an ideal employer or employee with strong, healthy boundaries. All right, back to the brow chakra. All right, so what's coming up in the brow chakra is overwhelm. And we all do have times of overwhelm. I have times of overwhelm. I just want to go and hide somewhere when I feel overwhelmed. And we all can feel like that at different times. So, like having things that we do that help reduce the stress. You know, for some people, it's listening to music. For some people, it's lying on the grass. For some people, it's going for a walk in nature. For some people, it's just lying on your bed and allowing yourself to meditate. Work out what it is that helps you to de-stress. For some people, it's their art or their music. All right, so helichrysum oil comes up. Helichrysum is the oil for pain, both physical pain and emotional pain, and we could even say spiritual pain. I accept powerful spiritual support to lift me up. I feel like our Saviour is always reaching his hand out to us and that he never stops and he loves us, but we have to invite him in. He's not going to barge his way in. We have to invite him in and be able to allow ourselves time to hear the message. I restore my confidence in life and in myself. I have the strength to make it. And I believe we do. There are days that we feel that we don't, but we can always ask for help. We have help from God. We have help from the Saviour. We have help from our family who've passed on the other side. We have help from friends and family that are here. So it's like you always have help. You just have to ask. My ability to persevere through these physical difficulties enables my spirit to persevere through these physical difficulties. All right. This is talking about spiritual wounds. Without these wounds, I would not have sought this healing that resulted in my spiritual birth. And this is an important thing, isn't it? We are the best at praying, especially for other people in times of desperation. We are the most focused and the most faith-filled at these times when we have this desperation to pray, especially for others, and to seek guidance and help, especially for others. All right, so there's a generational component to this going up to higher levels of consciousness. Dad's side, dad's dad, and the women, like lots of women, 72 generations of women. If wronged by another, I forgive quickly, holding no grudge, but don't encourage the company of those who have wronged me to repeat their offence. All right, the value of honesty. When we are aligned in our thoughts, words, and actions, we are truly honest. In this state, it is impossible to conflict with anyone or anything. There is nothing to defend, hide, or any reason to deceive. As we seek to be honest, those around us will reflect honesty back. Just as we would look in the mirror, our state of consciousness, our vibration, our or internal state of honesty will be mirrored back to us in our interaction with others and the world around us. My heart, mind, and mouth are aligned. I like that. Sometimes our mouth is not. Some friends of ours had a funny sticker on the fridge. It was stress is when your head says no and your mouth says yes. I think we need our mouth aligned with our heart and mind. My actions and words reflect who I really am inside. I value honesty. Sometimes it's scary to be honest and, to be vulnerable and talk about our faults and our weaknesses and the things that we struggle with. But I think the more that we are vulnerable, the more that we learn and grow and the more that we connect to other people and we actually help other people by our vulnerability. Not everyone is wonderful to be vulnerable with, but you'll soon learn that the people that is safe to be vulnerable with value your vulnerability and your honesty. I live my life in full purpose. What does your heart really want you to do? What would you love to have a go at, but you're a bit scared? Can you take some steps towards doing that? There are things, I think, when we get to the end of our life that we'll never regret the things that we tried. And even if they didn't work, at least we tried. Whereas if we don't try, we will always kick ourselves in the butt that we didn't try. I'm ready to commit to investing in myself. And how's that going to look? How do you invest in yourself? Is it by the healthy food that you eat to help your brain to be its best? Is it by the beautiful water that you drink? Is it by the loving way that you exercise your body and move your body? Is it the way that you allow yourself to have spiritual time and connection with the divine? All these ways are ways to honor you and love yourself. If I ask if there's something preventing us from committing to investing in ourselves, something in our timeline, age 16. So where were you? What were you doing? And what prevented you from investing in yourself? I acknowledge my achievements thus far and feel enthusiasm to continue my upward journey. Right, things stuck in our head. I'm going to use Inner Siegel's book here. All right, so feeling unaware. So what do you think you're unaware of? Sometimes we're unaware that we're unaware. I know for myself, I can tend to be failing to see the joy in life, failing to appreciate the beautiful things, missing what's happening at the moment because I'm worried about the past or worried about the future, or that what happened in the past will affect the future. So we're going to plug in a cranial adjustment to help the bones in our head move better. And something in our spine, so C4. Feeling overwhelmed is hidden in C4. All right, age 6, age 9, age 14, 20. All right, so just a deep breath in and out to release that. So we started before, energetically, our brain's running about 50%. So we're up to about 85. So that's a lot better. All right, and I'm asking if there's anything preventing our brains from being even better, and there's some emotional baggage. Age 6. 42. And some stuck emotions. Putting off doing things. So what are you putting off doing? What could you take action on today? What would be the one positive thing that you could do to help yourself today? All right, we're going to go into the 10th chakra. All right, osteoporosis is coming up. So the things that we need to help with osteoporosis are eating a more alkaline diet, avoiding coffee and caffeine because these things keep the calcium out of our bones, eating calcium-rich foods. For some people, dairy is okay, but for a lot of people, not. So then you need to eat like sesame seeds and green leafy vegetables and often think of parsley and pine nuts. So apricots as well, oatmeal, they're all sources of iron. So you need to, eat things that will help you to be good and strong. All right, the 10th chakra is about contentment, satisfaction, feeling unbalanced and whole. Sorry, we were talking about calcium, not iron. So also with calcium, celery sticks look like bones and snap like bones. That's from Don Tolman. So a celery stick a day with some tahini in it, that'd be lots of calcium. And what comes up is always striving. I let go of the feeling that I will miss out on experiencing something. I'm sure we have all the experiences that we desire and we like, and the things that are most important for us to learn and grow and be who we are. All right. I think that's good for a day. Our next Energy Works get together, I can't remember the exact date, but I think it's the second Saturday in November. So you're welcome to come if you're local. If you still feel like your brain isn't great and you would like help, there are other things that you can do. I'm happy to do an Energy Work session with you if you need that, or a clarity call. I think herb-wise too, ginkgo biloba is very good. Frankincense oil is good too, even if you put some on the tip of your finger and put in the soft palate, and also putting it like just behind your ears, near where the blood vessels are that go into your brain. Vitamin E is very good. I think even coenzyme Q10, that's more with energy production, but our brain actually uses half of our energy, so we need to have good energy production. So magnesium is involved with energy, and B3, zinc, iron, coenzyme Q10, as we said. Also, like toxins can inhibit our ability to use these things. So, helping your body to be less toxic, reducing the chemicals that you're using on your body, and the chemicals, even sometimes when you buy clothes, they have chemicals in them. So being mindful as you buy clothes, are they the best that you can buy? Not in terms of brand, but in terms of the fabric and the chemicals that are on them. Anyway, all these decisions all the time, thinking about, each decision that you make, is it bringing you closer to health and happiness and a better brain, or is it taking you away? So trying to address the emotions that keep us stuck in our addictions, so that we are not so dependent on our addictions. As we face the things that are stuck from our childhood, we're more able to be present and have less need for the addictions that we all have. Anyway, wanting to send you big love. I believe in you. I think you're amazing. I'm grateful to know you, grateful that you are who you are, and I am grateful for your example and wanting you to be your best. Anyway, thank you. Bye.